So 20% of U.S. agricultural production is exported, and that $140 billion worth of exports represents one of the only positive trade surpluses that we have in the U.S. economy. What we're finding is that there's a real disconnect in the understanding between those importance of those export markets and the bottom line for the food and agricultural sector. It's been quite a number of years since we've engaged in any major trade negotiations, and I think folks have come to take trade for granted as part of the economy and not necessarily understanding the connection to the farmer. We are launching a trade center, and this paper that we're going to be discussing today was a study commissioned by Purdue University to take a look at what are the economic impacts of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement on U.S. agriculture. So we've taken a look at what the increased access for U.S. farm products into Canada in particular represent for the U.S. economy, but we've also taken a look at what retaliatory tariffs that are being levied by both Canada and Mexico on U.S. goods represent. The third thing we're talking about is what happens if there's no preferential trade agreement among the three countries. What does that mean if we all go back to a normal trading regime? So those are important things for folks to understand because, again, NAFTA had been in place for, a couple of decades, and people had gotten kind of used to that. The other reason that we really believe that we need to launch a trade resource center, which this paper represents the first paper in, is that there's a lack of basic understanding and education for an informed dialogue on trade. We want to make sure that there is the information necessary for people to really have a good grasp of the complex issues.